Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for March of 2017. Let's see what we have coming in for you this month. I already drew your cards. I didn't actually look at them, but now I'm going to take a peek and see what's going on for you. Start off with the Seven of Hearts. This can represent doubt creeping in. I think that in a lot of ways, this month will have three parts for you, actually, is kind of what I'm getting. I just wanted to see what was going on down here. Yeah, I think that you will have to overcome some doubts in your own head, but this month, sevens represent internal fears that don't exist. I think you need to take some risks this month. March seems to be a risky month for whatever reason. I would say in a good way, like, you know, you putting yourself out there and taking some risks for benefit, and I definitely would say let those fears go. Next, you have the Queen of Diamonds. A very good money card. I actually look at the Queen of Diamonds as being better than the King of Diamonds. I always say the King of Diamonds, he can make very bad mistakes. He can be overreactive. He can just react to things without thinking. Queen of Diamonds is more intuitive financially, and she really trusts herself above all else. So I'd say trust your intuition and also trust yourself. Trust your own feelings. Be very careful of listening to people around you this month, especially with some of these cards. We'll go over it as we move throughout this reading, but be careful of other people. And as I always say to Pisces, especially if you're trying to do something business-wise or work-wise that nobody else has ever done before, you know, it's always those people who have never done something that want to, you know, give you all their advice that really is not helpful at all. And especially if they've never done anything. You know, as some of you know, I've had several businesses in my life, and constantly people who have never had a business would constantly share their 2 cents to me about having a business, and none of them were, not only were they never right, but their advice was just crap, plain and simple. So just be careful of who you listen to this month, but this is very good for growing things and seeing growth. I even think that this month will be better for Pisces financially, maybe in a smaller sense. I think Pisces is, for some reason May popped into my head, but maybe May will be an awesome month for Pisces, but you know, I think that you are going to get some small financial rewards this month and start to see things kind of going a little bit more your way. Next, you have the Five of Clubs, taking an adventure, planning an adventure. It's an adventurous card. It's also a card of hobbies and needing to take part in hobbies. I think Pisces has had this like thing where, you know, it's like you want to have some fun, you want to do fun things, but at the same time you like want to work and make money and be secure first. But I think it's important to have fun. I would just say yes this month to pretty much everything. I've told, you know, Pisces this, you know, when I moved out here across the country, I just said, you know what, I'm going to say yes to everything. I'm not suggesting you have to be that extreme, but I definitely would start, if I were you and I were a Pisces, which I am, but, you know, I'd suggest to any Pisces to definitely just start saying yes to things and just start doing things and experiencing things, especially if you don't want to. Five of Clubs makes us not want to do things. It's always like one of those things where it's like, you know, a friend invites us out, we're like, you know, I just want to lay in bed and be a Pisces, right? And go to sleep or watch Netflix or whatever and go into my dream world. But this, it's like always like you go and you have a lot more fun than you thought you would. So I think it's going to be a very important time for you to socialize and meet new people in the month of March. So do it. Next, you have the Seven of Clubs, trying to escape from some self-made prison. So again, that could be your home. That could be a job, that could be a relationship. A lot of you could be, well, I'll back up a little bit and say the good news about this card is the card of action. It says that you're doing things to escape. You are actively doing things to kind of improve your circumstances. So, you know, I really like that a lot because I think it represents, you know, it's a great card that can sometimes represent improvements and small improvements, making improvements towards goals. So I think a lot of you could be doing that. Next, you have the Jack of Clubs. For some of you, I think there could be a fire sign around you who's actually helping you out this month, who's helping you figure some things out. For some of you, it could be a friend. For others, it could be a sibling. This is rarely ever a lover. So, you know, again, it's usually just like a friend or a sibling, somebody you're very close with, who kind of has some good advice or even just has that missing piece. I think that for a lot of Pisces, especially if you're a business Pisces, if you have a business, I feel like, you know, if you're not successful, it's like there's just one thing you're not quite getting. And I think that this person could come in this month and actually provide that little kind of missing detail, and that could lead to a lot of success. It's also a very good card for looking into the future. planning out future goals and planning out future ideas as well. So it could be very future oriented. Next, you have the King of Spades. Perfectly describes Pisces, I think. King of Spades is about overcoming a lot of difficulties, having been through a lot of difficulties, but having figured some things out. You see there, he's chopped the head off of that snake. And in this deck, the Jack of Spades and the Queen of Spades both have a snake wrapped around them, and it represents the fact that they have not learned from their mistakes. They haven't learned from, they haven't really realized that their problems are their own. I think all Pisces have been really kind of challenged through straight up challenges to figure out that their problems are their own and they need to fix their own problems. So I think a lot of you have realized that and have reached a new level of mastery. This is a card of mastery and justice. It's a card of, kind of reaching some new level. So definitely a really great energy and a really great card to have. Next, you have the Five of Spades, needing to take a risk. Take the risk, definitely. If you feel like you need to start a business, or you feel like you need to go talk to that person that you're interested in, or whatever, take the risk. You won't regret it. This is a card that says you need to take the risk, whatever that risk may be. It's also a card that says watch your health. Definitely take care of yourself, and especially if you're on a diet, no cheat days this month, as I always say. Five of Spades comes in, and we have a cheat day, and we end up cheating for like 6 months. So if you're on a diet, just be careful of that. Same thing with working out. Maintain your routine, keep it going, or else you'll forget. So don't do that. But you end with the Nine of Hearts, card of wishes, getting something you wish for, getting something you want. Very good card, very similar to the Nine of Cups in the Tarot, just a wish card of getting something you wish for. So looks like a really nice month for you. Just watch the health, that's the only thing I would say. Take care of yourself, but other than that, it looks lovely.